one-stop shop for trends, trends, and the tea everyone seeks. Join the conversation, share your thoughts, and get the extra dose of what's shaking the internet.
And on issues making wave on social media to your doorstep.
Social Buzz Extra, where the trend meets the talk, only on Global Television.
Hello and welcome to Social Buzz Extra here on Global Television, where we bring you buzzing issues making rounds on social media. And I am Ogoch Kumobuno. Today we'll be looking at a whole lot because over the weekend used to be a bit very quiet, but this particular weekend had a lot of issues on social media, and we are going to be bringing them one after the other. So do not forget to be part of this conversation. All you need to do is to make sure that you're watching on DSTV channel 365 or Star Times channel 276. You can also use our social media handle via YouTube is Global TV NG. All you need to do on Global TV NG is to subscribe and also click on the bell like icon. It's going to notify you whenever we come your way, and also of all the programs that we have here, including up-to-date news. Okay? All right, so you have to share and like and also drop your comment as we unfold every topic. All right, let's get into business properly. And today, a man has been arrested for luring an underage to a hotel. A married man identified as Ernest Enemona Ebetule has been arrested for luring his late friend's 14-year-old daughter to the hotel in Lokoja, Kogi State, with the intention of sexually abusing her. It was gathered that the girl recorded all their conversations and forwarded them to the family group chat. Following a report by the family security operatives monitored the suspect and arrested at the hotel, he had asked the girl to meet him, which was on Friday, February 6, 2026. A family member of Daniel Okpanachi on Facebook, who disclosed this in a Facebook post, said that Obetule was at the graveside of his friend Okpanachi Ojadele in 2025, crying about how he had lost a true brother. Okay. In a Facebook post dated December 17, 2024, Obetule had mourned Ojadale, saying he was the last man who stood by him when all hopes was lost. According to Ofo, the suspect was arrested with a condom in his pocket while waiting for the minor to arrive. Let's listen to that voice conversation between this 14-year-old young girl and her father's friend, who is supposed to be like a brother or a father to them. Please let's listen to the conversation.
I was talking to my sister. And I said,
It's not like that. I was talking to my sister. And my sibling.
And I don't like it.
They were already inside.
You don't like attention.
Sir?
You don't like giving me attention. I don't like it. Hello?
Hello, sir.
I say you don't like giving me attention, and I don't like it.
Sorry, sir.
So what did you discuss with your sister?
She said maybe if she and her friends are going out, she'll carry me along.
Yeah.
but I'm not sure the specific time. But you be at home now.
No, if we are seeing, I have to see or not before 9-10 now.
In the morning?
Yes.
Before 9-10?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll talk to her.
Okay, that's the plan. Is she'll pick you out. Okay, she'll pick you out of the house
and drop me anyway.
Then, how old is she?
My sister, she's 18.
Or your cousin?
Yes, sir. Abby, wait first. No, she's 20.
Is she in Filele there?
Yes, sir.
What you will simply do is this now. Your mommy will go to work in the morning. Okay? And by the time she goes to work, around 7:38, she can now, people will now plan, she calls that you should come to her. Please,
she's not far from our house, sir. If I'm going, I can go and drop my siblings.
Does he monitor you?
No. They'll be at home playing.
Good. They'll be at home playing. Then what you simply do is this. As soon as she goes to, your mom goes to work now, around 8. Around that kind of 8 now, you can now plan with her. Whether or not she will call or come your house, come call you anything. Then I'm not tell you where Keke will drop you. That's all now.
So where am I even coming again?
You don't used to go out now. Do you know barracks?
No.
You don't know barracks?
But my sister can drop me.
Don't know barracks.
All right, so that's a sad one right there. We'll just listen to the conversation between this minor and also someone who's supposed to be like a father figure to her since she lost her dad. And you could see it, in that footage there, you could see that there was like a Facebook post that was dated 2014 when the father of this young girl died. And this same man was the one who actually posted something and called him out. He's like a brother. He was one who gave him hope when he had lost all hope. 2 days, he rediscovered life again and lacked words to describe what untimely death has cost him. And, according to him, he said, this was the last man standing by me when I lost all hope. Pressed on brother. You went ahead to call this person brother, and yet you want to sleep with someone that is supposed to be like a niece to you. This person is a minor, for God's sake. How long can we even talk about this? We cannot overemphasize on the need to protect minors. We should know that this is like a collaborative effort, both for the male and the female in the society. Protect the minors. We just talked about, last week we talked about how domestic violence when it comes to maids in people's house. And this one we're talking about, someone who is supposed to stand in as a father to you, trying to molest you. At this point, I can't even say what exactly attracted you to a 14-year-old. What exactly is it that you saw in a 14-year-old that attracted you to a 14-year-old? Now she has a cousin that in fact, he knows the family. He knows when the mother goes to work. He just mentioned it that, oh, your mom leaves for work by 7 o'clock. That means you have time. You can come to the hotel by 9. He already made arrangements. He's making arrangements towards molesting his friend's daughter. That is something I don't understand. She has a cousin that is 20 or above 20, that you could easily, if you wanted to talk to maybe somebody that's like an adult, you can talk to that person, even though it's not even right that you meet that the cousin, because more like they call you uncle, they trust you. These are people that confide in you, but then you just made them lose trust in you. That means that post you dropped on on Facebook during their father's death is more like trying to be a good man outside on social media. That's why I tell people sometimes don't even believe what people post on social media sometimes, because sometimes they're not even speaking from their heart, they're just doing it because they just have to. At that point you need to mourn your friend, and that's why you did that, because if your friend really means a lot to you and as a brother to you, you would not do that to his children. Very, very bad. See the family that are supposed to trust you and look up to you. If they need anything, financial help or moral help or whatever it is, you want to just destroy this one's life. This is a 50-year-old man, by the way, as reports got to us. This is a 50-year-old man who has children, who is married. So you can imagine you are protecting your own child. Just imagine another man your age or even less your age is trying to do this to your child. Even if it's your child's age mate, maybe your child is 14, that person is 14, that young boy is 14, my dear, you will flog that child. That's the kind of person this kind of man is. You will flog that child. Earlier this morning we talked about it, and my co-host in the show was talking about how we need to know the difference. There's a thin line between respect and mediocre, and she was talking about how parents need to draw their children close, especially mothers. Draw your daughters close. Stop acting like, oh, if I draw her close, it's going to be disrespectful. If I do this, it's going to... No, listen to your kids. Most times it's because we even neglect these children, and that's the reason why most times they have confidence in other people. Other people become their confidence, and you at home, you don't even know what's happening under your nose. I must say kudos to this to the parents of this girl, especially to the mother, for giving her this courage. You gave her the platform to be courageous, because she wouldn't have shared it with her sister or her parent or her mother or her siblings if she didn't have the courage. Imagine if she wanted to say something at home and they shut her up. I keep saying this thing. I say one thing I most appreciate God for my parents is because my dad always gave everyone platform to air their views. We always hold meeting like almost every weekend. I even got tired of it at one point because I was like, why am I holding meeting? I'm too young for that. But you see that weekend, it's more like you are reviewing whatever you have done for the week, wherever anyone faulted. If you disrespected anybody, we are talking about it that weekend, and everybody is talking their mind. Like, you say whatever it is in your mind, say it out. My dad would always tell you, make sure you respect people, but do not fear anyone. The only person you have the right to fear is your creator. But respect people, give everybody maximum respect. So please, let's make our children so comfortable with us that they can share any details with us. Imagine she didn't share these details with her family and she took it to her friend who is more like her age mate. We talked about it in the morning. You can imagine, because for children these days, you hear them say, oh, let's go to the uncle's house now. Maybe the uncle wants to dash us money. Sometimes kids are always like, they're open-minded. They don't get to think about anything that could hurt them. Because of the way this person is, you might want to really go to his place. Oh, it's uncle now. Let's go to uncle's place. You can imagine inviting a 14-year-old to a hotel. If he had carried out this dubious assignment that he was planning, and maybe something happens to the girl, maybe she dies in the act or anything, I'm telling you for sure that they will still blur this man's face and put up the girl's face. As a matter of fact, people will drag her. That what is a 14-year-old looking for in a hotel room? What is a 14-year-old doing with a 50-year-old? They will drag her. They will tell the parents or the mother, they will tell you did not train your child very well. Meanwhile, the 14-year-old is just trying to be free with her uncle, with her father's brother, friend who is more like a brother to them, who is more like an uncle to them. We don't want to know all of those dates. So please, let's try to protect the minors in the society. It's becoming too much. It's becoming an everyday topic, and it's not supposed to be. So we have other topics to talk about. Not people who are supposed to be our brothers, our sisters, or our friends destroying us. We talked about one that happened last year. We shouldn't be bringing up issues like this. So I'm so happy for this girl's courage. And please, if you have anyone around you, if you are a neighbor to any of such person, please Call them out, bring them out. That's why we have social media. You know, this social media thing, we can use it for the wrong motive and for also a good motive. Of course, it's for our advantage and also disadvantage, but know what to do on social media. When you have pedophiles like this, do not keep them. If you have them as your husband, do not keep them, bring them out. Because most times, it's even we, the women, that even causes this, we cause this issue for ourselves. Most times you know that your husband is molesting your maid. You know that your brother is molesting your maid or your sister, or you keep it to yourself. Oh, I don't want to spoil the family name. I don't want to. Please bring it out. Bring it out. They say good name is better than riches. So let's not do all of that. Have a good clean sheet on your own end. It's better than whatever it is you are trying to protect. It doesn't make any sense, please. All right, let's take some comments as regards this issue today. And the first comment is coming from Adesola Abodering. And Abodering says, this is a painful reminder that pedophiles often hide in plain sight. Even as family friends, parents and guardians must stay alert and protect their children from men like this. Big respect to the brave 14-year-old girl. Her intelligence, courage, and quick thinking saved her and exposed a predator. She's a hero in this story. Of course, she is a hero. Like I said earlier, I really acknowledge her boldness. All right, second comment is coming from Red Leaves, Black Mascara. And Red Leaves says, please, parents who let their kids visit his kids in his home, it's time to sit your kids down and ask them some questions, of course. Because right now, with this kind of person, you cannot let your children go visit. And if your children were visiting, please call them and ask them questions. They need to be asked questions and they need to answer some questions. If they have touched them in wrong places or if they have said some words to them, you might not have carried out any assignment, but you must have maybe touched them wrongly. Yes, growing up, I think I understand. Back then, we used to say that girls go through this kind of traumatic experience more, but I think even right now, boys go through it because we've heard stories of boy child being molested by maid, by auntie, and all of that in their home. So please, let's be careful. All right, the last but not the least comments coming from this story is coming from Chisom Ada, and Chisom says, humans, her father was there for him. The least he could do is to ensure his friend's daughter excel and shine. But here he is trying to destroy his friend's daughter. What a shame. What a big shame indeed. All right, let's move into the next topic. You already got in the gist for the first topic, so drop your comment. Tell me what your thoughts are for this particular topic we just finished. Moving over to the next topic is a man sends message to Governor Fubara via social media. A man has sent a message, tell the Governor Fubara to release money so that we can start working for him. He said Wike released money, that's why his people are working. Rivers man. Okay, we are not sure about that other part. This one is allegedly. He said Wike released money. So let's take a look at that short clip.
Make could tell the governor of Rivers State, Sir Simla Fubara, say politics don't start, make he release money. Make he bring out money. The crowd, when they follow Wike, so now money that they pursue. Make he bring out money. Make he stop that they do this church thing. Rivers State government has not be church. Not be church auditorium. Not be extension of Salvation Ministry. Make could tell them to bring money and make people take work for them.
This is shameful. Very, very shameful. This is my 2 cents. It's shameful. Now, it's more like the people's mind and vote do not count. That's what it looks like. That's what it seems like at this point. Bring out money, or let's start working for you towards the 2027 election, because Wike already did that and people are working for him. Really? So what happens to voting? What happens to the person with the most votes wins? What happens to that? Every day, like, we keep seeing things that make people think towards this negative direction that, yes, your vote do not count anymore in Nigeria. And this video is one of them. Honestly, this video, as it is right now, shouldn't be something that we should be celebrating about, because it doesn't speak well of the state, neither does it speak well of the country. Well, let's take a look at some comments, and this one is coming from Heartship Suti, and this person says, if you are still wondering and searching for the reason why Nigeria is the way it is, look no further. This is one of the reasons we praise and sing the names of our oppressors. All right. Next comment is coming from Oluwade. And Oluwade says, River State politics is money politics. Sadly, the money has to go around for people to influence voters at the grassroots. Sadly, it's the same circle every 4 years. When will this end, my Rivers people? From Ikwere to Eche, to Gokana, to Okrika, to Degeme, to Opobo, and Ahoda. When will this end? This is a Rivers man, by the way. All right, the last but not the least comment for this particular topic is coming from SA Expertise. Okay, SA Experts team, and SA says, it's not funny. This is the reason Nigeria is where it is. Stomach infrastructure instead of collective good. That's it. Stomach infrastructure. I always say this. Like, everything you are doing is for your pockets. Everything you are doing is for your pockets. Why are you not thinking? Why are you not using your platform? Since you are very big on social media, use your platform to educate your people properly. Why not? Why are you looking for money? Everybody's looking for how to tuck something in their pockets, which is very, very wrong. Come 2027, vote your conscience. Vote who you think will work for you. That's just it. Do not allow anyone sway you or sway your mind, or do not sell your vote for money. All right, let's go into the last topic for today. And this one is a woman who has refused to allow her husband bring in the second wife to their home. So a Gambian woman has refused to allow her husband's second wife into their house, saying she stood by him when he had nothing, only for him to betray her by marrying another lady without informing her. According to a Gambian news portal, the woman said she accepted her husband and stood by him through poverty. After she helped him build himself up, he secretly married a second wife without informing her. That is why she would not accept her home, accept this lady into her home. That's what the report says. So let's take a look at that chaotic video. All right, so that's a very short but chaotic video. It says it all. You could see the new bride and you could see the first wife there. She's saying, no way, nobody's entering this house. He didn't inform me. I was not aware of this marriage and I did not support it, and you're not coming into a home where I suffered with my husband to build. This is just all she's saying. Do not come into this home. I don't want it. All right, let's take a look at some comments from social media and see what exactly their thoughts are. And today, this first comment is coming from Sherry Coco. And Sherry Coco says, polygamy can only work if the wife is not in love with the husband anymore to share her husband. All right, but what can you do? In some cases where people, let me take Isoko men for instance. Isoko men will marry two at a go, like once they will do the ceremony together. What do you say? You don't really have a choice. The thing is, sometimes traditionally in Africa, they'll tell you the man has rights to marry more than one. So what do you do at this case when your tradition is already telling you, oh, your husband has right to marry more than one, or when your religion is telling you your husband has the right to marry more than one? But I understand your point, Sherry Coco. If the wife is not involved in this thing, if she's not happy about it, if they didn't tell her about it before now, then it's very, very wrong. That's disrespectful from the husband. All right, let's take a second comment. This one is coming from Queen V Hive, and Queen says, even in Islam, the first wife must be in the know and accept before you marry another wife. Mama used peace to break his coconut head. Allah no go vex. He first broke the rules. All right, this is well, I say this one is a hype queen. She doesn't have time for any kind of talk. She's saying, please let us all respect ourselves. Even in this religion, in the Islamic religion, she should be in the know before you go ahead, because nobody supports a thing like this, okay? All right, we wish we had more time. We would have taken more stories for you, but then we need to go now, and we are closing the curtains here until we come your way next time. I am Ogochukwu Mobno. Bye for now.
When social media speaks, we'll listen and we'll bring you the extra. It's your one-stop show for trends, and the tea everyone seeks. Join the conversation, share your thoughts, and get the extra dose of what's shaking the internet.
And on issues making wave on social media to your doorstep.
Social Buzz Extra, where the trend meets the talk. Only on Global Television.